it's known in the industry for being a tough shoot. You know, we're in tough conditions, we do long hours, and it's brutal in a lot of ways, but I actually think that that's put us in really good stead, and I'm so grateful for that, because when I go to other sets now and, you know, people are complaining they've not got their coffee or whatever else, I'm like, dude, we do wild wheeze in the middle of a forest with ticks because we can't get to the toilet, and you know, we've got a snowstorm.
And we enjoy it.
And we enjoy it.
So we are reaching the end of a crazy decade-long journey, and I love that you guys got to reunite here at San Diego Comic-Con. But in the time off, what's it been like kind of looking back on the history and experience of the show?
I feel like this might be the first time we've all actually managed to sit and talk about it. I mean, when we sort of had a few false finishes, and then we had reshoots, and then I think we've all been just kind of busy. So this is a really beautiful place to come back and kind of reminisce with the fans, actually. I feel like this is the first time we've really done that and let it settle.
It does. It feels full circle here as well. You know, this is kind of where we, I guess, started in some ways. Or you remember your first Comic-Con and over the years coming back here. So it feels familiar. And to see the fans here still excited about the show, you know, some 11 years later is fantastic. But as Sophie said, to reminisce and spend time with each other, it's been really nice. We were spread to all corners of the earth once we wrapped the last season. But it's nice to be reunited, despite perhaps one other very important person not being here.
She's here in spirit.
She's here in spirit.
Yeah, I miss everyone.
We miss you too. We miss you.
It's funny, we you know, our whole cast and crew, and I think you do take these things for granted, but I think we all got much closer in the last couple of years of shooting, the 7th and 8th season. And I didn't really, truly realise, I think, until after we'd finished, how much I really do love everyone and miss all of our cast.
We paid him to say that.
Yeah, it's a good soundbite. I felt the energy. But you guys did walk in like family. It was really cool.
I love you more.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, we were just saying before, I for sure spend more time with you guys than I've spent with my own family over the last decade. And yeah.
They sing Top Gun.
Now we all have the same sense of humor, can you tell? We finish each other's
sentences.
Wow.
Now, I do have a couple serious questions because I've been curious about a few like psychological elements of these characters. And Jamie's navigated trauma, fatherhood, revolution, and that portrayal of resilience means a lot to me. And looking at masculinity in modern society, how has that affected your view of masculinity and like addressing that at a place like Comic-Con?
Oh, I mean, I think your list is remarkably short.
Oh,
I think we could be here all day. He's had to struggle. He has had to many challenges. Mostly started off by his wife doing something. I mean, I'm going to put all the blame on her, but yes. What was your question again?
Let's talk about masculinity. Blame the wife.
It's his wife's fault.
Cool. That's your soundbite, Instagram.
I was giving them flowers and they were just thrown away.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, he's a man of his time. You know.
I was like a beautiful representation of healthy masculinity.
That's it. Toxic as you like. No, I mean, look, he is a man of his time. And certainly when they first met, you know, he had all of these ideas about how women should be and men's role. And he's always challenged by that. And I think that's what's so fantastic about Claire, that she's from the future and she challenges him. And what's so great about him is that he is emotionally intelligent and rises to the occasion. And the only time that it causes grief is when, you know, when they don't see eye to eye, and then you have these amazing Outlander moments where Jamie and Claire hash it out together. But what's so great about him is that he does have an open mind to things, perhaps not so much for his son-in-law at first. Yeah, he's a wonderful character. So yeah, a great role model, I think.
It's cool to see evolution in a character like that. And I love TV for giving you the long form to get to do that. And similarly, you're playing an 18th century engineer who is battling gender norms of that time. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering how that affects your keen eye towards noticing gender inequality of our time and having that be such a focus.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I grew up with a mum who I think went back to work about 3 days after she popped me out. And so I've always been somewhat, I would say, modern for my own time. And I feel like Brianna is the same. You know, she already had very modern ideas and ideals of women's place in the world, even for the 40s. And that was very much influenced by her mother, and her mother being a surgeon in a time where women weren't necessarily in medical school. And yeah, I think Brianna, one of her greatest achievements, I would say, is bringing engineering and that mentality back to the 18th century. And it's just such an honor to have so many years of history be able to be displayed on screen, and yeah, see her grow in that and see the ripple effect of her mentality to the people around her was really great.
What did you bring to it?
What did I bring to it?
No, him. Did he? Yeah.
back to the 18th century.
Yeah,
A lot of love,
that's true.
Chocolate
intelligence,
wrappers.
Yeah.
history.
History. Yeah.
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 Which often was demonstrated by Brianna and not Roger, weirdly. Seems like not much.
My question for you is about music. I love the connection of music to your character and how it's
music.
like. Well, no,
Yes.
it's so healing and it's so expressive and it's so cathartic and there's like a kind of a shield but also a dagger in it for you. And I was wondering if in your life you feel that connection to music and its kind of emotional and mental pathway.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things I have in common with Roger. Maybe that was one of the reasons I got the part, was because I could already play the guitar and sing. I think that maybe helped somewhat along the way. But yeah, I don't know. I think Roger's good for some weekend entertainment. It's not on screen, but every weekend, every other weekend it was actually, because Jamie was busy the first weekend of every month. He would sit down and he would get the guitar out and he would serenade
Sing along.
the whole family. So
It's
yeah,
great
that
for
was sing
Brianna.
along.
If the kids are crying, you're like,
Barbecue.
give them to Roger, get out the guitar.
Yeah.
Actually, so you got an amazing singing voice. It's a shame we
you.
didn't get to hear Brianna singing.
But looking back at your time, 11 years is a lot of life. That's a lot of experience. How do you think each of you has changed the most thanks to the show and also the most because of the show? Like, what chicken and egg of your life was getting this part 11 years ago that you're most appreciative for now?
Great question. I mean, for me, this was my 20s, so it probably kept me out of trouble. But I think it also, I'd been working for a fairly long time before I got this job, started acting quite young, but I think with this job, we have really been thrown in the deep end. It's known in the industry for being a tough shoot. We're in tough conditions, we do long hours, and it's brutal in a lot of ways, but I actually think that that's put us in really good stead, and I'm so grateful for that, because when I go to other sets now and people are complaining they've not got their coffee or whatever else. I'm like, dude, we do wild wheeze in the middle of a forest with ticks because we can't get to the toilet and we've got a snowstorm.
And we enjoy it.
And we enjoy it. And really just the camaraderie as well. And one thing I will say that's wonderful about our show is, we all get on, which is a blessing. There's usually one bad egg, but I think we've done okay. Unless I'm the bad egg.
It's always the one that thinks everyone gets
And
along.
I will say
That's what they say,
the
isn't
fact that we're all so close to our crew as well, and actually just everybody treats everyone else with mutual respect, and it's not this hierarchical thing that there often is on sets. And I think that that is a really incredible lesson to take forward. And I feel very grateful that I've had that so ingrained in my career from a young age.
I mean, it's 10 years of a job, right? That's some pretty good security for a start. I mean, what that affords you over the years is, for an actor is incredible. Someone had said recently, and I think this is true, that every time we wrapped, we had already known about we'd already been commissioned for the next season, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of security in that. It means like in between you can go on and you can do other projects that you don't necessarily have to, but you can do them because, it's something that you might enjoy or something that you're going to love doing. So it was, a good long period of that, which is not that common in our industry, and I think something definitely to be grateful for.
I think it's just aged me. I had no grey hairs before I started, and
You've been growing that beard the
I've
whole
been
time.
growing the beard since I started, and I've finally got here. But I mean that in a sort of serious way. That it's just like, I don't know, it's brought a maturity. I think being a lead, one of the lead characters in a show that heavily weighs upon you. You've got to turn up every day and do the work, and it was a marathon. An ultra marathon in terms of stamina, but the things that got you through it were the cast and the crew and the sort of united front that we put together to sort of overcome this big challenge. But yeah, it's been an amazing gift, I think, for sure.
And I also love how multi-generational it is. It's been really cool to see the fandom. And this is I do 14 interviews this weekend, and my mom and sister were most excited about this one. And it was really cool to find two
That's
generations
amazing.
of excitement there.
Yeah. Well,
Anything else you want to say to the folks on this last THR Outlander?
Well, we just want to say a huge thank you from everyone on Outlander, not only the cast, the crew, the creatives. That it's been such an amazing journey. There's still one season to go, so we're very excited about that. And also, I guess, if you want to go back and binge it all, but there's also the prequel show as well. So plenty to look forward to.
We love you, we thank you,
love
and
you.
you are part of the clan. So thanks for being part of the family.
That's beautiful.
It'll never end.
So much.
Stuck with us for life.
like a bad egg.